Today's pick a card reading. I tried to start this earlier today and I just was stuck. I got these cards out and I pulled out just kind of an overall theme, but there were just all kinds of strange interruptions, and it finally started to come together. And I think it's kind of really important to point out right away, when I got called to pull these as our objects, besides the cards, for how to choose which pile might be the pile that's meant for you. And it wasn't until I realized it's kind of there's a strange sentimentality to the reading, and I'm going to grab my little notepad here. I wasn't able to sit down and really do the reading until I realized the brooches that I pulled are from my grandmother and my great aunts. And I realized that that was part of what the message is that this is from, I'll say ancestors, but we're talking generations back, and the dates for the people who these came from and that have been passed down in my family, they were born between 1870 and 1920. And the words time, gift, course came through. I'll let you know a little bit more. The theme for the reading came out as manifestation, and after I realized that this is probably, I think what it'll end up being titled is something like, how what your ancestors are helping you manifest, or something like that. I don't know yet, and it just was 2:22 on the clock there. But if you look at this, I also pulled the Sun card, which is happiness and well-being. This is going to be a really erratic reading, and I apologize for that. I feel like my ADHD is like really kicking in because my brain's so scattered. But this is the Tea Leaf Tarot, and the Sun card, and you see the sun coming from the heart, and this is happiness and well-being. And if you look, it's coming up to this tree, and I was like, well, this is the family tree. So there is something, for whichever pile you choose, there's something we're just going to say ancestors, someone in your family line that's gone to a different spirit, left this body and gone to wherever their spirit went the sentences aren't even forming. It's probably because messages are coming from, there's a variety of people, I'm just going to say. There's quite a collective of people, okay? And most of them are older in years. There are a couple of children around. I'm trying to look and see. I don't normally do readings where I work with passed over people. It's not kind of my thing to do. I just sort of work with spirit and my guides, and it's not, most people say they're an intuitive reader. I like to say I'm a clairative reader because I use the clairs, the sounds I hear and feelings and just information that comes in. I don't normally work with spirits who have been here in life before, and I don't normally do this kind of thing. This is a very long intro. I will timestamp this so you have a picture of the cards. If you've picked your pile and you don't want the intro, just go ahead to the box below and find the timestamp for pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. But yeah, I don't normally do anything like this, so bear with me. But for some reason, There are a lot of you out there who have a lot of people who I'm just going to use crossed over for lack of a better word, who are working actively along with your spirit guides and all, to help you manifest, like it says, happiness and well-being in your life. And that's what we're going to go into. And I was trying to describe, there are you know, like 70s and 80-year-olds, 60-year-old men there. There's women of varying ages, a lot of varying ages, and there are a couple of children who I can see in my head. So, if this isn't your kind of reading, it's totally okay. This is not the kind of reading I normally do. So we're going to just go, bear with me. There were a couple of things that I had to go back into my treasure box and pull out. And I was called to, got to see up close to make sure this is in focus for you. This is one of the watches. Again, this is also handed down from one of the great aunts, my parents' aunts. My parents are in their 80s, so you can just imagine. I think it was in the 1980s. Yeah, in the 1980s, the aunts, which would be this, I believe this, and I think the brooch came from them, but I'm not sure. This may be the Italian side of the family. This is the Scottish-German side of the family. But I believe this is the aunts that traveled the world. In the 1980s, they were in their 90s. And they were taking care of a woman who was 100 years old. I don't know why those dates are important. I don't know why the watch is important. It looks like it's about 12:44 on the watch. It's Lejour and 17 jewels or something like that. It doesn't work, the watch. It's broken. But when I got it out, I was being shown to point this out. There's something about the wires and it's the veins or the roots. I don't know what it means, and there's the coils holding it all together, so that there is still a connectivity of some type, I'm being told. For some of you, that's and it's like a golden thread were the words that came through. And it's a sacred, and it's a good thing. You know, sometimes we want to cut cords because we have a negative. These are your blessing wires, your blessing lines. Your blessing lines. That's the words that were supposed to come out. The other thing that was pulled, this was actually a gift I gave to my grandmother for Christmas once, and it came back to me after she passed. They're turtles, but there's also a star on each one of the turtles, and I was told that for someone, 3 stars is what you need to know for a confirmation of the reading. And then now, let me put the glasses back on so I can see here. So these are 2 brooches with teapot. And then the card that was pulled, number 17, is gift. That's pile number 1. And we'll go into the tarot and pull out more oracle cards as we go. This is the brooch, and this is door. Opportunities are waiting for you. And the card 19, coffin. For some reason, like, it just like popped in my head. Like, yeah, that should have been a giveaway that this was from ancestors. And I'm being told to point out there are white roses on the coffin for someone who needs to know that. And this is a beautiful, oh, wow, this isn't a brooch. I thought I got all brooches. This is actually a necklace. Well, it's supposed to go on a necklace. It's a flower, and it's number 38, Toil and Labor, and with the happiness card. And if I didn't say it, door goes with coffin in that. Okay, so with that, I'm going to let you pick your cards, and we'll see where it goes, and I'll catch you in the next pile. Hello, pile number 1. You had chosen the 2 hearts and the teapot, with number 17, the gift. And there's 2 things coming through, and I wanted to just again, this golden gift that you do have, a gift that's been passed through the generations. It's in your DNA. It's part of who you are, and that's something beautiful to express. And that that's something. It is a treasure, and we have with the teapot, deep friendships with someone of the same sex. And I think what's coming across is there's so many gifts you can bring to your friendships, and to embrace those friendships. And we'll take a look. I use the Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle, so let's just go ahead and see what your card is. And here again we have the tree, and we were talking the family lineage. And just look at the roots. You know, and you have the mushrooms, the crystals. I can see there's a little critter here. And there may have been shadows just in your life, but the tree is still in full bloom. And this card is Rowan, number 34. There is no need to fear, dear one. Protected you are, and protected you will always be. And your gifts are protected, is what some of you need to know. Whether those are spiritual gifts that you have, or just simply these innocent, beautiful parts of yourselves, those are protected, and they're ancestrally protected. They're rooted, the crystals into the earth are saying that, you know, this is so far into the roots, in such a center and protected space, that there's nothing you need to worry about with these gifts. And let's see if there's anything more from the tea leaf that we should know. I'm going to take that. And I don't really want anything more than 4 of these. Otherwise we'll go on forever. I don't want to keep you here too long. I'm being told to take that top card and that one. Okay, so that's it for the tea leaves, and then we'll get into the tarot. And I'm using the golden one because we have the golden threads and that really, really long intro. These I'm going to set aside. Okay. The Dark Man, it may have something to do with just, if you're wondering which, because we are talking something from the ancestors, this is coming through as, for some of you, it's the Dark Man. And it may not be similar to this image. And it says dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or dark hair. So that may be for some of you. It doesn't necessarily mean this isn't your reading if it's not. Okay, I'm being told to read this card. All right, and to remind you, you're protected. We have Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. And I want to see what's under there. Bell is an announcement. Some of you may be fearing that someone's going to say something about you, or afraid of there being some kind of news coming in and it's not going to be good. That's what your fear is. I'm not saying it's not going to be good. But these two cards right here, worry that someone is against you. And we had this Rowan tree come out, and I think it's really important again. I'll try to get this to focus for you. This fear, okay? And I told you, you're protected. Nothing can get to your gifts. And remember what the card said. There is no need to fear, dear one. Protected you are, and protected you will always be. Okay? And that's with this depression and anxiety and worrying that someone's against you. So it's a reminder that you are safe. Now the card May came out. So this announcement might be something you're concerned that's coming through in May that you're worried about. And it's a beautiful card. There's just these pretty little flowers blooming on here. So I'm seeing that, like, if this is something in May that you're worried about coming through, there's nothing there to be worried about with that announcement. And that's not for everyone. That's for some of you. We have boat, which is money or prosperity through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Yes, your gifts. And I think I'm being told, like, your gifts are what you're supposed to be doing in life. And that's, I just heard some of you are teachers. And that may be in a classroom, that may be in a spiritual sense. Your gifts are what you inherited. And using those gifts as your occupation, not only is that going to be, as we were reading, the happiness and well-being for you that your ancestors are trying to bring to you and help you manifest, but you know that of course is dealing with money also. We have cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Again, another card of protection for you. And then pig is beware of greed. And this is, I just got a tickle in my throat. This is just reminding you, you do have some really great gifts. And the gold, it can be tempting to want more and more and more and focus, how much more money can I make out of this? But I'm being called to the friendship card. And it's a reminder to remember that your relationships, your friendships, the people you share your life with are the greatest value that you will ever, that's the great value. It's more than money. And then I'm also being told greed in the sense of thinking you need tons and tons of friends, that you need to be socially the light of everyone. Okay, I'm going to put this in a really kind of, I think, laying sort of way. But it's like, oh, you need like 1 million followers just to show off that, for you to like think your gift is great. No, like if one person, like it says, deep friendship with someone of the same sex, like having one great friend is better than having a bunch of not real friends, so there's like, I don't know how else to explain that to you. And then we have chain of events that will affect your life, and I'm being called to this announcement again. But yeah, once you get past this worry and fear, you're going to understand how much, and it seems like in May you will be understanding how much you are protected, how much you are connected to your ancestors, and that this gift is what carries you through anything that comes along. So we'll put these. aside so we can get to the tarot. I just kind of want to keep them where you can see them. And this is, I'm not putting these together really in any sort of logical order. Okay. And I think we're just going to do maybe like a... I think we're going to start like what's been going on in the past recently. Just one card. The past recently. I'm being told to take these two. So some of you have started a new project or have been looking for new work. That may have been in the recent, but we'll get through. Okay, and then I'm asking, what is this that we're waiting for in May? I'm going to keep them face down so I don't get distracted as we go. How can you be prepared for May? I should write these down. I'm going to forget, right? How can be prepared for May? I don't know why I'm turning these up. Right? I'm able to take that. Okay. I'm getting so lost in this reading, and that may be a feeling. At the bottom, we have the Two of Pentacles right now. So anyway, what's led you up to here is it's looking like some of you had taken new beginnings. You're trying to make a new start. And for some of you, if you haven't started a new job, you're looking for new work. But some of you have also been working very hard. I'm being told you've been working very hard on yourself. And some of you have been working very hard on being able to put yourself out there again and to be open to new relationships in all kinds of forms, and open to new activities, new places, new ways of doing things. And kind of where we are right now. The Page of Wands. So yeah, you're past the like, you know, the Page of Wands came up in reverse. So we're looking at, okay, you started, you know, the page is the starting point. You're past, I almost took this as the Ace of Wands in reverse, but it didn't put it that way. You still have your Ace of Wands, but that beginner part, you've moved forward. You're no longer a beginner anymore. You've moved forward. You're at the Two of Wands, so you're beginning to get to that next step. And what can help you, especially as we go into May, which I think this is the waiting into May. We have the Hermit in reverse. I don't know how well you can see that. There we go. The Hermit in reverse. And this is just telling me, like, you know what? It's time to take that gift that's inside of you and put it outside. And let it be shown, let it be seen. You have wisdom, you have knowledge, you have skills, you have talents, you have gifts. Let them be shown. And then with the Six of Cups, I'm really looking at this as right here where you see this person giving to another. It is time to share your gifts. Whether that's with close friends, with other people, it is coming for you to share those gifts, and you really have them in abundance. Now we had the Ten of Cups upside down in reverse. And I'm trying to understand. It's very interesting because what they're telling me is you're saying goodbye to the things you thought would make you happy, but you didn't. This isn't that you're not going to have your happiness, but it's time to say, okay, I thought there were things in my life that were going to give me joy. They did not. And these are, like I said, you're learning. You've stepped into this new energy, and it's not quite fully come into your life yet. And you're getting ready to shine your gift, your inner light, out to the world and share that gift with others. As opposed to you probably were doing something before where you thought it was going to bring you happiness and it didn't. And that's that thing that you were doing, that behavior, that thought pattern, that way of being is coming to an end. And while you were searching for that happiness, doing that thing that you thought was, hey, this is the way I'm supposed to be happy, and it wasn't working, that's coming to an end. That was causing a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, and that's coming to an end. And those are things to help you. As like I said, it really seems like the May timeline, these are timeless readings. So it may be spring, it may be, there's something very hard and fast about May, or yeah, I want to say timeless, but you may have to adjust the time. I'm going to tell you it's April 11th today, and we're looking at the May card. So like if you're catching this at some other time, think of, we're looking at least, 2 to 6 weeks ahead. So that's in place of the May card, it may be 2 to 6 weeks out for you. And I'm asking, is there, and what will be coming in that they need to know? What do they need to know about what will be coming in? Okay, first off, the Seven of Cups in reverse, which is the end of that confusion about which gift is your gift to give. You're gonna know. If you're not certain right now, if you're kind of like in this sort of anxious, not sure, is this really it? You're gonna know. That's gonna be the result on this one. And like I said, this is a gift that has passed down through the ancestors. It's in your DNA. And when this all comes about, May, for those of you who are catching this when it first comes out, but in the next 2 to 6 weeks, you're going to know that, you've looked at all of these other gifts and you've examined them, and some of these you thought were yours, but they weren't yours, the things that you thought would. But you're going to be absolutely, clear as to what your gift is, and that this is truly your gift. I'm being told to look at the Hangman. It is here. You have a new your perceptions will change. And the Devil is under that. And it's like, oh, that's wonderful. This is actually, you're leaving that, the depression, anxiety state. This is you stepping out of that, like we had right here. The happiness didn't come. You were searching in the wrong places. It was causing all the anxiety. So the Hangman is just letting you know, it's just like a whole new perspective on life, and just being able to see it in a different way, because you are leaving behind that anxiety, that worry, that fear. And here's the Three of Cups. And you are coming into the friendships, the community, and that joy. And that's as far as I'm supposed to go on the deck. there for the tarot cards. Yeah, that's what you're leaving behind. And I'm just going to set those there. I just want to put these out so you can kind of see this journey if you wanted to be able to take a look. Okay. So this is kind of the path. And you've done a lot of work. You've done so much work, and there's so much for you to be proud of. And you do have this gift, and your ancestors are working with you to help you do this. So you can call upon them for help if you come up with the anxiety, if you come up with the depression and stuff. You can reach out to them. They're there. I'm just going to pull something from the Shaman's Oracle. Can we just get one card? One card of reassurance or confirmation. One card of reassurance or confirmation. I'm not sure if it's... Is it... Okay, well... I think we're going to have to switch Oracle decks. One card of confirmation. Is it just one card of confirmation? I think so. To be fair. And at the bottom of the deck, Unfinished Symphony. So this is your beginning. It's number 38, number 10. But to be fair. And I'm being told you're learning to be fair to yourself. To be kind to yourself. To be respectful to yourself. And that you're also going to be receiving what you deserve. The goodness that you deserve. Things imbalanced again. And you've got your wisdom. I really don't know what else. Is there there's something else that needs to come out. Okay. Which deck? Okay, what else do we... What else? There is a card that needs to come out. There's still... Okay. We have official person. Okay. For some of you, this is supposed to come out. And this is a reminder. For some of you, this is the ancestor we're talking about. This is a grandfather figure that's come out. Okay. Is there anything else? And the Lovers. Number 15. And I'm being told it may be the 15th of the month. But the Lovers card is there. There is a card. Okay. We're going to try with one more deck and just see if there's something in the angel's healing message. And then we'll move on. I know there's something missing from this message. If someone needs another card pulled because they need a clarification, just leave a comment. I'm supposedly able to leave you a short video reply on the comments. So if you need another card pull, I can't guarantee I'll get to everyone if they ask, but I will pull another card if I can, and I'm called to. Just leave a comment about that you need the extra card. For right now, what does group 1 need to know? I'm losing the connection, but that doesn't mean you're losing the connection. Okay. All right. And this is just some guidance for you. Cancel, clear, delete. And this is like getting rid of those old ways. Use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of cancel the effects of past negative thinking. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. All right. And I think we just saw from the cards, you've been working so hard on that. Don't stop. You're being supported by your ancestors. You're being supported by the angels. And things are going in the positive way. And keep using those words. Keep using that language of positivity. And just ask your ancestors, the angels, to cancel out those old negative thoughts, beliefs, and tapes that run through the mind. Okay, pile 1, that's all. And if you're called to, you're welcome to listen and watch any of the other piles that you felt drawn to. Hello, those of you who chose pile number 2. We have this brooch. Just being told to look at the back. There is no writing or anything on the back of this. So there may be, and I'm looking at this and I'm seeing an egg shell. Just an egg, and it's almost like ready to hatch. You know, it's just starting to come out of its shell is what I'm seeing on that. Those of you who chose the brooch. Your tea leaf was the door. Opportunities are waiting for you. So right now we are looking at, you know, how the ancestors are helping you manifest your happiness and well-being. And for some reason I'm being told, again, just to read this, sometimes they come as a breeze upon your fingers. At other times they dwell in the depths of your soul. It is a dance between you and spirit as the magic unfolds. And I have a feeling that for some of you in group 2, that this may be like more recent ancestors, ones that you knew in this lifetime. As we do have the coffin, so I'm very strongly feeling that there are people who have passed on that you've known that are there supporting you, and that's important for you to hear. For others of you, that there's a past way of doing things that is coming to an end, and that's good because you're getting an opportunity to walk through a new door to something better. And let me see. This is the Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle, and you have Bonfire. Let me make sure I can get that in focus for you. It is through remembering that you awake. If I could read. It is through remembering that you will wake the ritual of your existence and be reborn in mighty celebration. Yeah, so that I think plays a lot here with the coffin, is that you're basically coming into a new sense of self in this new doorway, and we have that there. Do you want tea leaves or just go straight into the tarot on this? I'll do a couple of tea. I don't want to pull too many. Being told to take those two. And I have a little bit of a nauseous feeling in my stomach. So I'm wondering. I was just told somebody's pregnant. Not, you know, hey, if you're not expecting that, then that's a weird thing. Yeah, unless you have morning sickness, don't even pay attention to the fact that I said that. Weeping Willow, we have family sorrow. So yes, for some of you, this is somebody that has passed not too long ago. Okay, we have dark-haired woman, dealings with or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or dark hair. That may be describing the person. It may or may not. If it isn't, don't worry, that's not. We have wealth and career. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. So what I'm looking at is like some of you with this new opportunity and this changing, you're in the process of changing careers, changing jobs, changing the way you handle your finances is what I'm being told for some of you. And that it's a better plan. And of course, there may have been some inheritance that came along with this. Unsettled times, need to make a plan. But a distant friend is thinking of you. And January, I need a moment to understand that. Doorway. Opportunities are waiting for you. Okay, this unsettled times, need to plan ahead. You've been in the unsettled times. And you're starting, you can make a plan, is what it is. There are opportunities waiting for you. So this is like, but you need to focus. You need to make that plan. I'm being drawn back to, it is through remembering that you will wake the ritual of your existence and be reborn in mighty celebration. Some of you have gone through not just family sorrow and a loss of a person, but you may have lost, for some of you, housing situations have changed, job situations have changed. There's been losses other than necessarily people. And for some of you, it's like, how do we have January and it's in the cold. So the passing of the year, let's see, we're mid-April. So like this may go back 4 months. This may go back 4 years. Something just, it didn't. And I'm seeing dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. There's just a feeling getting of, for some of you, you may have had to travel someplace that you didn't want to move to. You may be missing home or where you came from. We're going to get into the tarot to kind of clarify this, and it really does feel like for some of you, there's a bunch of different messages in here. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest that doesn't. Don't try to make any of this fit, because this is, there's a lot of different group 2. There's a lot of, like, I don't know. I feel like I could split group 2 into like 10 different groups. And I'm gonna go to the, do we want to do the tarot next, or should we get, I want to see if the Shaman's Oracle can maybe give us a unifying, like what would be a unifying, just give me a couple unifying cards for group 2 to unify group 2. I'm just going to do 3 cards for unifying it. Okay. Because there's a connective thread, and I think one of the beautiful things is we all are connected, of course, but some of you, it's like you've had a death in the family. Some of you have lost a job. Some of you had to move away years ago. some of you had success after you moved to this new place for this new job, and now that's falling apart. Some of you are, you're all at the point of your ancestors are helping you, like we said, to your happiness and well-being. And, there's the message to all of you, regardless of these various scenarios. And I feel like I can feel you spread out all over. I'm in the US, but like not only are you spread out throughout the country, but I'm hearing like there's Canada, there's different places in the world, and some of you have moved from one country to another country. You're all in different physical locations, and yet there's this connective thread that joins all of you in a way. And there's a beauty in knowing that, yes, your particular situation may be different than someone else's specific situation, but at the heart of what's going on, it's the same. And there's an importance in remembering that, okay, I heard the word failure, that somebody feels like they're a failure. And it's like, no, it's like, this is something everyone goes through at some point in their life, at least once, twice, a dozen of times, where we have something, the carpet pulled out from under our feet, and we fall down and we got to get back up. And it's just saying, all of this is part of life. And you're heading to the next door. It is the reminder we had, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. We've all got to do that at some point. We all get to an unsettled place, and we all need to figure out the plan. And I'm being told to tell you, call on your guides, call on your ancestors to help you with that plan. They want to help you. Sometimes they come as a breeze upon your fingertips. At other times they dwell in the depth of your soul. It is a dance between you and spirit as the magic unfolds. It's just very, very important. And the card underneath that, I just want to let you know, is the Phoenix. Summoned, your flesh rises from the ashes and into the expansive flame of your soul, okay? It's okay. And I'm being told to read the next card. Break free, dear one. Spread wide and far, for you aren't containable. You are limitless. For some of you, you needed to know. I'm going to hold the Pegasus card up and see if I can get that in view for you. For some of you, you feel like there are no other options. There are. You may not see them. They may not be apparent to you. You need to do some research to find them. But also trust that you have ancestors to help guide you with that. Drifter, experience life as it comes. And yes, some of you do absolutely feel like you're just drifting down this path and you don't know where you're going. It's okay. You're the unmarked trail, revelation. You are going on your journey. And this is new territory. It's just confirmation that this is kind of the connective thread. There's a lot of different situations going on for each one of you. Every one of you has an individual situation. And then we have the covenant, the sacred contract. And this, for me, what I'm getting from this is you may feel like you're drifting. It's a transition. And you're transitioning to a path that is guided by your soul, by your ancestors, and by the divine. And this is where you're headed, is someplace that you have a sacred contract to go. And this unsettled period of time, our path to find where our true spirit needs to go, our soul's destination is, I hate to be a bummer, but it's not always fun and easy and delightful. We have to go into places that we haven't been. And it means more traveling. And sometimes it feels like the traveling is never done. But this is a positive thing. This is a rebirthing. You are not traveling alone, okay? And it's a part of your destiny, this new path. So what you're losing, if it's been a job, if it's been whatever's been lost was meant to be lost. And you're not lost. You're in the process of finding what is next for you. So we'll go ahead and I'm just gonna let's go with like the what is lost. So I got 3 cards of what is lost. The 3 cards for what is lost. I'm not 100% sure that's the card that needed to come out. And we do. We have the moon under the deck. So I'm getting, like, you've lost these, and now you're kind of feeling like you're in the shadows and the darkness. Yeah. I mean, we have, let's see. Make sure you can see these. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse. So it is. I mean, your world's upside down. If your world's upside down, that's why these all came out in reverse. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is, you know, again, everyone's story is different, but you're all, the experience, the essence of the experience for all of you is the same. And a part of what I'm supposed to convey to you is that, you know, someone lost family, someone lost a job, someone lost a home. Whatever it is you've lost, do not feel like you are the only one. Do not feel like you're a failure, that you've, you know, this is a natural part of life. We experience loss and growth. Seasons change, you know, just look at that. And, you know, things just feel like, you know, you're in the dark. Like, what next? What next? So before we get to the, like, okay, what can pile number 2 do? What can you tell? Let's just skip to, like, what is next for pile number 2? Like let's just go, because we need to, oh my gosh, the card doesn't, it wants to hide itself. I know that's the card right there. The Wheel of Fortune. Do we need any more cards for what's next? The 8 of Cups. Do we want one more card for it? And is there one more that's supposed to come out? No, we're just going to take those. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the 2 of Swords reversed. So you're coming out of this, really, like, this is a heavy weight to carry, these swords, okay? To be blindfolded, you know, look, the being blindfolded, not knowing, the heavy weight of the swords, and feeling like you have to fight and guard. But what's coming in, you have, I'll hold these each up and make sure you can see. You have the Wheel of Fortune coming in. This is a wonderful sign. I don't know what else to tell you. It's the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Things are going to change. Now you also have the 8 of Cups. So yes, a lot of you are walking away from a situation, a job, a place, and you're going someplace better. You know, you're going on your new journey. And for some of you, you're going to have to work at this. For others of you, you're changing careers, okay? And that's fine. And so what's coming is, yeah, don't worry. It's you've got to do the work. You've got to listen to your guides. You've got to let your ancestors help. But it is a positive thing. And I think we need to do the angel guide cards, the healing angel cards, okay? I think that's what we're going to pull next for you. That's an interesting one. I'm going to get a few of these because I feel like since there are so many different scenarios going on, not each one of these cards is going to resonate. So can we get a guidance card? I feel like this needs to come out. Okay, that one needs to come out. We're going to get a few of these because you have so many different scenarios going on, and use your discernment to understand which one is for you. And then we have these two are going to come out, and I'm going to just... Okay, crystals is at the bottom. So for those of you who do use gemstones, crystal work, that may help you. The energy of crystals supports you and helps you with your present situation for some of you. And I pulled out a lot of these because, like I said, group 2, you are an incredibly diverse group in the actual situations that you're going on in your life. So there's going to be a variety here. And we're going to just go through these. Take the ones that resonate with you and speak to you. Books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. I do not like the term selling. For some of you, you are going to go into sales, and this has nothing to do with books. But I want you to take note of the wings behind the person in the picture, because this is... you have the angels and the spirits and your ancestors behind you in this. So if this is what's going on for you, if books is your thing, if that resonates with you, that's great. For some of you, again, we have, well, it is the angel therapy deck, so there's probably wings and everything. Law of attraction. Relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of the energies. Yes, so for some of you, especially since we have this contract, the covenant, the sacred contract, some of you are stepping into what you've now found is your spiritual purpose. Okay. Mediumship, you have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. Okay, this is a reminder for some of you, you will be able to have that, like, I'm not going to read this card again, you know, wherever it went, the manifestation, yeah. So for some of you, you are able to really have that communication and trust that you are communicating with those loved ones who have passed. Okay. We have the third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Again, some of you are really opening up to a spiritual side. But the importance of this card, what came across is, it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms. For those of you who have had problems with relationships before, it's safe to open your heart. But it's also saying, you know, keep your angels, your guides, and your intuition, and you will find those that are healthy for you to exchange love with. Workshops and seminars, attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. And for some of you, I'm getting more of you may need to go back to school. You may be you have to finish a degree or something before you can get to that next phase of your career change. And we do have one more. Okay. So many different things going on, and yet, you know, we're all connected in the same way. Solar plexus chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. Okay, and we did have that, you know, unsettled times need to make a plan. And for some of you, you're coming into the courage of, I'm going to take charge of where my future goes from here. And instead of just following the rules, you're, you know, and the guidelines and what other people in the physical world tell you, you're starting to look inward. You're starting to ask your guides. You're starting to kind of trust your own intuition as for what's best for you. And that's the shift that you're making. And that's, you know, I'm being called to bring back for all of you. It is, you know, remember we had this card as the lead card. Opportunities are waiting for you, the door. So there is a door opening in the future real soon. And some of you are trying to figure out how to get up the steps. Some of you are at the door trying to figure out how to open it. Some of you are standing there and the door is slowly opening and you're like, do I look inside yet? Am I ready? And yeah, look inside. And some of you are just passing through the door right now. So you're in various places, all of you. So of course, take what resonates. And I'm being tempted to say, you know, you might want to save this because some of you, like I said, are just barely, you know, you're just trying to figure out how to get up the steps to that door. So you may want to save it and just revisit this if it resonated and it feels like something, this is a journey you're on. So this is not going to happen instantaneously for most of you. This could be like a couple of days or a few months of a process before this door really opens and you step inside. And I don't think we really covered what it's going to be like when you stepped inside, aside from, you know, you are going to a new door. So you may want to save this and just kind of like check back and be reminded if you fall into that feeling of, I'm getting nowhere. You are getting somewhere, okay? Remember that. You are getting somewhere, and you're not the only one going through a process like this, so never feel like a failure. You are just recoursing and going through a new door. Okay, that's everything I have for you, pile 2. If you feel called to, go ahead and watch another pile. If not, I'll see you in another reading. Welcome, pile number 3. I just shuffled a whole bunch of different decks, and this reading is going to go very different than the other ones did for some reason. Such a different energy than the other readings, but everything kind of consistently, even in that very long intro, there's something about all the groups stepping out of their comfort zone. But I just heard, but no, you're stepping into your comfort zone. I don't know why that came through, but this is what I thought was a brooch, but is really a necklace. And I don't know why. Show you the back. This is very interesting. Now, when I was shuffling the cards, I'm going to show you this now. I don't remember the meaning on this card, and I don't have the book handy, but this is what came out, and I'm just, there's something in that pattern, and I did pull out the Starseed Oracle. So some of you may be a lot more in touch with your starseed element, because there's an intricate galactic web of things going on. And if you watch the whole intro, it was like, that's your golden thread. And it's just, you're woven into so many spirits, I'm just going to say. I mean, you have such a web of ancestry. So I think pile number 3, you've had a lot of lifetimes in a lot of places. And it's quite a glittery, it's very sparkles and glitter. We're going to set that aside. And of course your tea leaf card was happiness. And there's all these different birds and flights, and it just, all of your different spirits, like all of your lifetimes. We'll move to those cards in a minute. You did pick, with this, number 38, toil and labor. And I'm being told you're here to work. Is your life, I mean, I know not everybody's into the starseed thing, but like an earth angel, you've been in lifetimes in other realms. I don't even know how to say that. And I'm being told, like, look, they know who they are. You don't have to tell them. They know who they are. And you've got work to do on this planet. We all have spiritual work to do on this planet, but I'm feeling like you're very much here to bring some of what you've collected throughout the galaxies, throughout the universe, throughout the spiritual realms into a physical existence in this world in some way, is what I'm getting from that. Let's see what your card is. This is an altered deck because I had to, cover up some things here. And vision, number 43, to find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you. Okay, yeah, group 3. Wow, you are such a pure energy. And you're a starseed group. And then, of course, we have the manifestation one, which I'll reread. I'm actually being told, don't even bother rereading that. Just go on to the next. And ribbons is the other card underneath here. For it lives in the silk of my binding, the knots in my truth, the eye becoming the witness, swallowed in stillness. And we have hand fasting. The pulse through all that I am. No hidden form is left untouched. I am willing, I am risking, for I yearn for unity, spilled lustriously upon my lips. Yes, and I am getting that you are beyond what we defined as gender. You understand the concept of beyond gender. You know these enormous truths. Well, I feel so honored to be able to read for you, because I'm like, well, wait, why would you need a reading? You are carrying the wisdom of the galaxy in you, in the universe, and all of time. What do you need my reading for? Oh my. Oh, what a blessing it is for you to come to the reading, or for me to even just be able to read for you. This is so sweet. Some of the other piles were going through a lot of struggles and hadn't come into the knowing of how much of the grace and the divinity of the universe is within them. And group 3, you already do know that, and you're putting that now into work. And I'm being told, like, your ancestors, you are also your ancestors. Like, do you get what I'm saying there? Your past lives, your past journeys, what you've collected and what you've cleansed. And I believe a lot of you have cleansed a lot of things throughout your lifetimes. And some of you are, okay, at the bottom of the deck, there was water, the overflow. So a lot of you have a beautiful gift for cleansing energy and bringing this fresh and vibrant, I can't think of the words. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there, and we're gonna, I have no plan here because you're calling me to do things so differently. I'm called to use the Wisdom's Oracle, so we'll get a few cards from there. Like I said, I'm like, I don't even know if you need a reading. So it's funny because, like, sometimes I will, like, pull a card or something, and I feel like I'm doing a reading for someone, but somebody who's on the receiving end of the reading is technically kind of jumped in and pulled a card out to tell me something. And I feel like your whole reading is you trying to tell me something instead of me trying to share something with you that you might need to hear. It's very interesting. So I am partly taking this as, like, you teaching me something, and I am really honored that you've let your energy come here to my space where I am so that I can do this reading. And if there's any of you that have your doubts about that, about bringing your energy out to other spaces and around other people, I want you to know, like, the way I'm receiving your energy, it's like, I feel like it is a cleansing inside of me. And that water element, and I'm not talking emotion, like we talk a lot of times with the tarot, the water is the emotional. It's just a washing. It's just a washing away of, it's clearing out the blockages and so forth. And you carry an energy that, if you allow it to come out of you and just sort of step further from your body, and if it's something the other person is willing and they allow it in, it does have a cleansing power to that. Some of you may know that. Some of you may be afraid of that effect and maybe closing yourself off. So if you are watching this and you're closing that off, feeling like, I don't know how it'll be received, and you do it in an unspoken way, but sometimes your words do also do it. And you may not always, people may think you're a little odd sometimes, but it's okay to share that energy. And I'm being told that, like, not everyone is going to want to receive it. And that's an important thing. It's just, some people just aren't ready to heal. Some people want to keep their walls up, keep their guard up. And I just was told, like, if you go and you share that and they don't want it, don't worry, because just let that energy come back to you, because what you would have been able to give the other person is going to come back to you, and you're going to give it to yourself, and that's going to even strengthen you. So even in times when your gift is not wanted and it's sent back to you, it's actually going to help you. So we had 2 cards come out. truth be told, you do know the truth. You absolutely know the truth. And yes, sometimes you're going to speak it and it'll be accepted. And you kind of can sense intuitively, like, this is not somebody who wants to hear this. This is not going to be received. And then I'm being told there are some times when you can word it to someone who's not ready to receive it, but you're planting a seed. And they'll get it later. But just like a, a couple of words and then move on. They're not ready to receive it, but those words are going to linger somewhere in their subconscious and it will seep into them. So sometimes you might find that happening, and I'm being told to tell you this is card number 14. And the round and round card. And this is just telling me you've been through so many lifetimes, and just looking at the colors on the card and the stars and everything, you've truly been around the whole galaxy. And at the bottom of the deck we have the here and now. And I think that ties back into the toil and labor right now, the here and now. And it does have in here, if you can see, past, and then over here it says future. And you're the bridge between the past and the future. There's something, all of what you've done in the past and lifetimes there, you're bringing in this wisdom to help shape the future. So it's just, what I just heard was like, you're an absolute important soul, and we are in a time in this physical moment where you are needed. And I know it may be difficult because not everyone's open and receptive. But like I said, there's small bits and pieces that you can give. It's kind of like just scattering wildflower seeds just as you're walking around, and you drop a little one here and a little one there and a little one there, and like maybe one out of every 100 will grow. But you just sort of nonchalantly just sort of drop a little bit here, drop one there, and just okay, yeah, that makes sense because we're talking about other ancestors, and you're not working alone. So you just dropping that seed is what let me try and make sure I get this explained the way it's coming through. All you have to do is drop a tiny seed, those few words, and just keep walking along. Just like, imagine, you're walking down a path or a sidewalk or something. Just toss a little wildflower seed here, a wildflower seed there, and you keep walking your path. You keep walking your path, but know that the universe, and there's other spirits, there's other forces that will be like, okay, you drop the seed, and that's okay, because now there's going to be a team that's going to work on growing that seed. All you needed to do was drop that seed there. You didn't have the job of having to tend to at each and every tiny seed that you toss along the way as you go for your path on your journey. You just drop the seed, and those seeds that you leave behind you, there's others that will be taking care of trying to germinate those seeds and make them grow. It's not your responsibility to sit with every single seed that you try to plant. Okay. And where do we go next in your reading? I was using this, but I don't feel like this is the right deck for you. We're going to get a different tarot deck for you. I'm going to get the cosmic one out for you because you're so cosmic. Okay, so what does pile number 3 need? I just want to bring this in a little bit here because this is like a nice little... Yeah, I'm going to like hide this because it's like a little... It's actually... I don't know why I'm supposed to show you this, okay? I don't really show you this. So I, you know, I have my little thing here. And this is, you know, cosmic feather or whatever. But I'm actually being... I'm supposed to be... Like, it's so weird. My mom got me this as a present. Somebody like made this, and it's a bookmark, really, and it has my name on it. So I don't know why I'm being told, and I'm being told something about there's a stray there. Oh, like, okay, this goes back to the seeds, and I don't know how well this is going to come on camera. Okay, just bear with me. There is a joyfulness and such a purity inside of you. I have to tell you, like, I grew up very much working with so much of the shadow around me. And, like, I used to wake up at night and I could see the demons swirling on the ceiling and stuff. So for me to come into a presence of someone, and you're the type that, like, you are able to see where all of the light is. And you have the beings of light that are walking through. You are connected. Like, if you just look at these, you are connected, okay, to so many others. And that's kind of cool. Like, at the moment, I get to be connected too. But you're connected, okay? And I think that's, I don't know how else to explain that. Like, okay, so you're here, you know, like, you drop the seed, don't worry, because you have all of these other light beings that you are connected to who are working also with you. And so we'll put that kind of back sort of somewhere there. Okay, and then what am I doing here? Oh, okay. Are we, like, let me reshuffle this. Okay, we're going to get these, and then I know we're going to do a starseed, and I'm supposed to read from the book when we get your starseed card. That's what I was told in the beginning. Let's do 3 shuffles. And what does pile number need? Number 3. Okay, what do we need to cover? I'm trying to listen. It's a really interesting switch because I went from like very earthbound spirits who have crossed and people who have like really been had earth lives primarily, and yours is like, wow, your ancestors are everywhere, just every dimension possible, all over the universe. So okay, what do we need from the tarot? I'm being told just like take the cards and they'll tell you. Okay, all right, I'm gonna put them face down and then we'll find out. Like that. Just take the cards and you'll find out. Like, what do we need to know from the tarot? Just take the cards and you'll find out. Okay, which cards do we want to have come out here? I tried to shove that one in. That's okay. We got to remember that's the card I tried to push back in. Like, it was like that's the card wanted to try and hide. And okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to take reversals or not. Okay, this one is not supposed to be reversed. Okay, and we're gonna take that. Is there anything else? Anything else like I'm supposed to? read for the people who like, you know, okay, just stop. And it's just, I mean, there's just the Seven of Pentacles there. And it's just, like I said, you know, drop those seeds. The universe is going to take care of making the tree grow. And you are part of this cosmic tree. Okay, I'm going to start with, this was something, when it came out, like I tried to push it back in, and that may be an energy that you're trying to stifle down. And it is the Page of Pentacles, and it's reversed. I am asking for some clarity or information on this. What is... Okay. I really feel like this is just going back. If you think of this as a seed, and some of you are kind of like stargazing, looking up, going like, but is it okay? Is it okay for me to drop these seeds? And some of you are resisting and hesitant. And we had that feeling before, where we talked about it earlier. Okay, let's go through the cards here. The Chariot, the Sun, and the Two of Cups. And here, okay, now this is making a lot more. Yes, okay, if you're wondering, should I really be dropping these little seeds and then walking along, you know, and I don't know how to put it really clear. Like, you don't have to push your idea. You just have to plant a seed. And it's gonna grow without you having to be there. You don't have to be there for it to grow, okay? So don't worry about dropping those little seeds, and just, like I said, you know, just a couple little words, and you'll find ways to, you know, skirt the boundaries of what people will accept hearing and what they won't accept hearing. Just drop it. You know, just drop a little bit there. Move on. Like, you know, don't push. Don't try to make it, you know, anything. And just move on. And like, trust that, you know, it's gonna grow later. And I'm being told you won't be there to see it grow. These seeds that you're going to scatter in so many places, you're moving along in your path. So we're not talking about like immediate friends and family. I think that's a separate reading for you guys. What this is talking about is just the randomness is the word that came through. The random seeds that you drop here and there. Okay, you're not going to be there to see if the tree grows. And you don't have to worry about that, because I'm being told, like, let's go back to, and we're just going to leave this out, okay? This is the chain of things. You're not working this alone. You're part of a team. You're part of a group. There's others that will come up. There's someone in the path behind you who's going to come along. So, okay. I'm being told to move these cards around so that you can see this and that together. Oh, hoping that's kind of clear. And the Chariot is just reminding you, like, you know, just go ahead. Just shoot the arrows, you know, like, just send them out there. Do it. And like, go. And then the Sun, because you do shine. And there's something about these, like, they both have this very intricate star pattern. And with the Two of Cups here, okay, that's what it is. It's just like little conversations. is what I'm seeing. It's just, you know, random stranger. Just see how casual this, they're just talking and you just nonchalantly drop a 3 or 4 sentence word in and then you move on with the conversation or something like that. You don't have to have this long drawn out conversation with people. I'm starting to repeat myself here. But yes, you know, just see how it's like, just, okay. I'm being told, I don't know, my hand just grabbed these cards, so I'm going to take that. You have a deep knowing. Okay, deep knowing. And like I said, I mean, here, look, truth be told, deep knowing. You'll know when the moment's right. Just trust your intuition and your gut, because it'll come up for a lot of you. It's gonna, like, you'll just sort of get this like twitch in your stomach, and it'll be like, okay, this is when I'm gonna say that, and then move on. So we have that there. Just Flexible's at the bottom of the deck if you want to know. Okay, is there something else here, or should we move on to Starseed? Okay, these two came out. Breathe is at the bottom of the deck, and you know, it's just what I'm being told is spreading these seeds for you is as natural as just breathing. Okay, I'm being told you don't have to do things by the book. You can be imaginative. Okay? 11 and 20, if you need to know the numbers. But yeah, and I'm also being told, look at the chain. This is your ancestral chain, okay? I don't know if that's in focus for you or not. But if you look, here again, we have that. They're all hooked with the tusks, okay? But you don't need to do things by the book, and just imagine. Just use your imagination, and things will grow. You know, there's a lot of different rays of light, and I think that's the important thing to remember. There's a lot of light beings, and they're going to be working in tandem with you. So as you go forward, they're going to be, I can't state that enough. Okay, I'm being told to leave the Breathe card face up. Do I need to look? The tribe. Yeah. You have a whole tribe. Number 8. The Lemnistat. You have a tribe. You're working together. Your tribe is out there. Even though you may not be in direct contact with your tribe, the universe is putting you in line so that it all works out fine. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to grab one Starseed card, and we'll read from the book on that. Okay. I don't know why I'm shuffling a deck. I already shuffled. One Starseed card. One Starseed card. I'm going to shuffle one more time. One more time. Do we need 3? We're going to do 3. We're going to do 3. And while I was doing this, I saw the Toil and Labor card, and I was being told, don't, I hate that. It's like, it's so, like, when I say don't do this or do that, you know, don't is just sort of really, like, I never feel comfortable, like, when I say that in readings. There's no need for you to worry about this being, it's like, shut up and just pull the card. Because I'm repeating myself. Like I said, you have a team. You don't have to work at growing the tree. Your work is just to drop the seeds. but you do have work to do, and that is your work, okay? All right, so we're going to just split the deck, and we want one start. Why is that card sticking out already? Why? Why? I don't want 2 cards. Okay. I completely got lost there. Okay, we might have 2 cards for you. Okay, is there... This wants to come out. What? Perspective, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Earth School. Okay, I was just going to pull one card to read. What is this? I'm sorry for the long pause. There's something different going on in these cards than in the rest of the reading. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and leave those 2 cards out. We're not going to pull any more because there's a different energy in these cards than there is in the reading. I am going to try something. Okay. I'm taking the pocket deck out because sometimes I don't work well with the regular. Let me just see something. This just fell into my lap. Earth pulsing is something I saw in there. No, there's something. Okay. Something is blocked, and the odd thing is, I may not have access to the information you do have. That's why we're struggling with I'm struggling with the Starseed Oracle here. Because I've done a lot of angel work in lifetimes and been on assignment on that. But I don't have any memory of Starseed history. And a lot of you have so much more knowledge about this than I could possibly grasp, that I think that's why there's a difficulty. Something told me just go with the trust the timing card. And I remember Soul Plan, the Fated versus the Destined Life. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I just bumped the mic, but everything over. Okay, perspective, zoom out, common ground. No. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm really sorry. I am being blocked out of getting more information for you, and I have a feeling what it is you have that information. This is a really specific group of you. You know who you are, you know what you know, and it's very interesting because I'm being told that, look, there's somewhere you have to look for information if you need it. If this hit with you, I don't have more guidance for you. I'm going to read this card, but other than that, there is other guidance, and you know where to look for that guidance. You have your ancestral sources. You have your star seed. I'm being told, you have your network. Okay? You don't, you know, further clarification is going to come from that network. It feels so weird that, like, I can't, like, okay, so let's just, okay, let me try and read the book. Okay, we're supposed to do trust the timing. And I'm going to read this to you. And then, okay. Alrighty. Alright, so trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So often, those who feel like they're here for a reason sense that time is running out, and they spend their life worrying that they might miss their moment. You're not missing your moments, don't worry. But the only way to miss your life or your moment is to spend your time worrying about missing it. It's never too late to answer a calling, and you're never too old. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. Don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. You waste your precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying life. Everything has a season, and you're being called to trust the one you're in. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seeds. Just drop the seeds and keep moving on in a positive starseed way, and trust that others are going to come along to nurture and protect those seeds. Some will grow, some won't. You know, we can't get every seed to grow that we plant in people. But I'm going to read that again. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seeds. Okay, just keep planting them. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible threat. Keeping our mind and body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible at such reactive speeds. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath and trust the wave you came in on. To trust the season you're in. Time isn't running out. There's plenty of time. There's no rush. It's never too late. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you trust the timing of your life a little bit more? And it did say, you know, right now you are being reminded to take a breath. And then we have breath is right here. I was told to put that there. So those of you, I think, if you're feeling a little anxious about things and about doing this, hopefully the reading did help in some way in letting you know that you're not responsible for the whole job of growing the whole tree. You're just responsible for dropping a seed here and there. And you're interconnected with so many other star seeds and soul beings and spirits of light that it's a team effort. All you have to do is just casually drop the seeds as you go along and enjoy your life, okay? So that's all I have for you, and I just keep doing the beautiful work that you're doing because it's so necessary. Just what we read. I mean, there's so much paranoia and all of that negative stuff in the world. What you're bringing in is so absolutely necessary and needed at this time. And it is a time in the earth world right now where you really can't grow that whole tree fast. You've really just got to like drop little seeds and hope that others like you are there. Well, you don't have to hope. They are. But you've got to trust that there's a team, okay? And you're part of a team. And it's a team we need here on Earth right now. And I'm so grateful to do your reading, and I'm grateful that you're here and for the service that you're doing and the work that you're doing in this Earth realm right now. I just want to let you know that I am grateful that you are here doing that work. It is really important, and you are our gift to the world and to the future. I'm being told you are a gift to the future. Okay, that's everything I have for you, pile number 3.